All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're up here at Kyle Durant's. This is a GMC Chevy dealer here in Claxton, Georgia. Beautiful place here. But what we're going to be talking about is the climb before the fall. Okay, that's where we're at right now. This is that time of year. We don't know what half these things are that are on this lot. We could walk this. Now, I just did a whole video of lot walking, but you don't know when you come here. This could be a 2026. This could be a 2025. That could be a leftover 2024. That could be a 2026. You don't know what's going on, okay? It's this real weird transitional time right now in the world, okay? We got a 2026 right here, 2025 right there. We don't know what's happening until you actually get here. But this is that climb for dealerships. This is where dealerships are really trying hard to stockpile as much inventory as they can over the next 2 months. They know that the November and December is the buy-in month when everybody's going to be coming in to buy. And they know that that's when they're going to start offering big deals, trying to sell things and move products. They got a lot of stuff they're going to start stockpiling. Means that the deals right now can either be good because they want to move some older inventory, 25s out, but it might mean that they're going to be a little more stingy if they got a lot of these open spots on a lot. If there's a lot of room, look at that 2026 Z71 right there, 2500, gorgeous. I love the old school chrome with the green. But if you got more of these spots open at a dealership, they want those full. By the time November rolls around, they want every single spot that is available piece of real estate that they can use for their vehicles. They want them jam full so they have inventory here for people to buy during that hot time, like even right here. Okay, you see this? They will gladly move this truck over enough to fit one more truck right there. They want to use every speck of available space they can to make it where all these vehicles are available for people during that mad rush. And when that rush comes, it comes on hard. So this is that kind of in between, not really a lull because sales are starting to pick up some over what summer's done, but it is that in between zone, that kind of the calm before the storm of when the sales are going to really hit hard in that November and December buying period time. They put out the sales, people know it, this is no secret, everybody comes flocking and flooding into the dealerships to get that stuff and take advantage of it. This is the way it's been for many, many years, okay? Because the November, December timeframe, what is the rules of buying, okay? What do we know? The last day of the month is best because you get, they got to hit monthly quotas, sales guys do, and so do dealerships with manufacturers. So you have the last day of the month being a prime day, or that last week of the month being very important to hit those monthly sale numbers. You have the last quarter, or the last of the quarter. So when you come into these quarters that you have every 3 months as a quarter, and they got to hit these quarterly numbers. Monthly numbers is one, quarterly numbers is another one, so they're really working the deals then. And then you have the year-end numbers. Well, all three of those, end of the month, end of the quarter, and end of the year all come together around December timeframe. They know that, people know that, everybody knows that, they all go jumping on it. How much is a Yukon right now? Let's just look at that real quick. Look at that, Yukon right here, just for kicks, 2025, it's sticking out here on the lot. Do we get a window sticker? We do not on this one. It drives me nuts when they don't put window stickers. How about a black one? Window sticker there? Nope, so I guess, we do got one in the window. Here's one right here. How much does this go for? Let's just see, somewhere on there is a price. I can't even see that, so you'll have to just tell me what it was. I had to pull the phone over. I don't even know what it is. But, so that's why the sales are always really good at that time of year. People know it, dealerships know it, everybody knows it. So they will stockpile, and they are trying to jam it up as much as they possibly can. 2025s, which every truck here I know is a 2025. These are all very high-end trucks. Every one of these GMC 2500s are $80,000 and more. We just went through in a whole nother video and looked at that. Okay, they're all over there, some of them over $100,000. These are very expensive trucks. They are going to fill as many of these spots as they can, and they are going to not really deal on them too well right now, in my opinion, knowing that there's a good chance that they can use that inventory and they can do the deals that are going to be offered, and where the manufacturers help with the sales, help with the rebates. It's not just dealers that are doing this stuff. It's manufacturers that are trying to help the dealers move the inventory too, because the sales numbers matter to the manufacturers also. So they are all trying to accomplish the same thing, and those deals happen then. So right now it's that kind of weird lull. You might be able to get a good deal if you really catch the right one and they're motivated because they want to move it. But also a lot of them right now are just willing to hold on during this time frame and let the inventory build. This is not even prepped in yet. 6.6-liter Gasser 27 or Z71 2025, still just being prepped. Interesting. And what are we coming in at? 55,000, 55.5. Nicely done truck right there. Well done. 4-wheel drive work truck. Gotta love it. There it is, even silver painted lug nuts on there. Look at that. How now you'll get a center cap on there, but look at that. Pretty sweet truck. I like them. I like the workers. Right there's a nice one too, and a pretty dang good price for a HD truck. So use this knowledge however you can or whatever works for you, but this is that careful time frame. This is that climb. Inventory. These dealerships are doing everything they can to make these lots jam-packed as much as they can before then it just boom, here comes the gates open. All of a sudden everybody starts flooding into the dealership, everything starts wrapping up, cars are being sold every single day, bam bam bam, and this whole thing gets emptied out. And then what happens is then you have January and February. January and February are the worst times to buy a car. Why? Because there is no inventory. Dealerships can't replenish inventory enough as fast because of all the sales that happen. It's a new year, so they're not too worried about being hardcore on the negotiations yet. They don't have any pressure on them, and it's usually the worst time to buy. So you have this up peak. You know, you have right now, you have this climb, which we're almost there. Build, get the lots full. Gates open up in November, and all the way through December is that huge swoop of sales, and then we hit that bottom again, and then we start climbing all the way through January, February, and then we start to plane out up there and carry over. That's the same kind of concept we have happening right now, is this crazy, weird part of this bubble that may not benefit you a whole lot, or it might. You know, only way you can find out is to call, but don't be surprised if your buddy's got a deal in July or in June or July, they got an incredible deal on something. They got that deal then because there was no pressure for the dealers to stock inventory and build up the inventory because they knew more inventory was coming. They just needed to get some sales in, especially before the end of the quarter, but they're just trying to get sales numbers and get some vehicles off the lot. They were willing to deal. Now we are in that, like I said, that climb up where things have changed. You got to ride the wave, you got to play the game, and you got to see what's going to work for you. But it is all those kind of variations. So curious as to what you're seeing out there. If you've been buying lately, are you finding that right now the deals are not as good as the deals were literally 2 months ago? Are you seeing that same kind of thing? Is there a struggle there for that? That's what I typically see, and we are excited to see what's going to happen for this winter, this fall and winter. And as I do every single year, I will have that sales deals. I will do them. Make them at the end of October, and I publish them all through the month of November on the best deals you can get on every single truck that's out there. I do them every year, and so you know what to expect when you hit that peak buying time, when that coaster comes sliding down, and you're going to come in here, sweep those trucks out, and just start working them, working the deals. I'll show you what you can get. So all that stuff will be coming for you. But right now is that dead zone. This is that dead zone where the only thing that these dealerships are focused on is filling every single parking spot on here with some kind of a vehicle to have it ready for when that roller coaster creeps over the top. So questions, comments, put them below. Thanks for watching.